question. Their thesis is, before creation it was only shunyam, non-existence, and it was ekam and ekam alone. That non-existence, which was void, had no second. From that non-existence, the existent Jagat, which is Sat, has taken birth. Now, the Purvapakshis present their thesis.
Respected Acharyas, this Jagat, before its creation, was Asat, which means absence of Sat, absence of existence. Out of that void, this universe emerged.
Bhagavati Shunyavadi, what is the difference between your thesis and Vaisheshika Acharyas? He also says, before its appearance, the Jagat was Asat, mere nothingness, and that nothingness was Ekameva, one without the second.
We talk of non-existence, but it is not the opposite of existence. It is just mere non-existence. In Gataha Nasti, there is an opposite, Gataha Asti. But in Shashasharangaha Nasti, the horn of a rabbit is not, there is no opposite like the horn of a rabbit is. Our Asat is not the opposite of Sat. It is mere Asat, Shunya. It does not have its opposite, existence. For us, Jagat is like the horn of a rabbit, and therefore it does not invoke the statement, now is. There can only be one statement, Nasti. Similarly, when Shruti says, Asad eva idam agra asit, there was only mere non-existence before creation. It is not Jagat asti now and nasti then. Jagat is like Shashasharanga. It just does not exist. That is the meaning of Asad eva idam agra asit. Shunyam.
Our thesis is, whether it is Sat or Asat, it must be known, cognized by someone. As it is being cognized, it could be Sat, existing, or Asat, non-existing. Only cognition can decide between the two. When you cognize a thing, and it is as you cognize it, it is called Sat. For example, this is a flower, and I cognize it as a flower, and it is a flower. So, it is Sat. Flower is not, is the exact opposite of flower is. It is called Pratyogi. Now there are two things, Asti, Sat, and its opposite, Asat. Flower is not, is as real as flower is. Sat is the opposite of Asat, and Asat is the opposite of Sat. We say Jagat Asti now, but before creation, Jagat Nasti.
Bhavan Sunyavadi, first of all, if you say before creation the Jagat was mere nothingness, then the nothingness was. It was nothingness. That means the nothingness was associated with Kala, time. Secondly, the nothingness was one and only one, means it was counted by using a number. Thirdly, if there is an object, then the question whether there is a second to it or not arises. But if there is nothing, then how will the question about a second arise? How will you explain your statement that nothing has no second? When something is, you can say it was there at that time and establish association with time and number. There was no second, there was no second thing can also be established. If you say nothingness, then these three cannot be applied to it.
But don't you see, Acharya-ji, reality is the absence of anything that exists. It is pure non-existence. We maintain nothingness.
Bhagavati, for nothingness, Kala Samvada, Sankhya Samvada, and Advitiya Tvam is not possible. but you are talking about them. Thus, all these that are connected with nothingness is refuted. The existence and non-existence of flower is not valid until and unless it is known to a conscious being. Bhavati Shunyavadi. When you say nothingness is the reality, do you accept a witness to that nothingness?
Acharya ji, we do not accept witness of nothingness. We accept only asat, nothingness.
Acharya ji, without accepting the witness, the nothingness cannot be validated as reality.
Bhavan Advaita. Before the creation of Jagat, it was nothingness. There is a witness to the appearance of Jagat now. He will serve the purpose of witness of the prior nothingness also. We do not need a witness at that time of nothingness.
How will you settle the present witness and the appearance?
Bhagavati, we need not settle appearance, because it is nothing only, and witness also is nothing. Therefore, it is nothing now, and earlier also nothing. So, nothingness is the truth.
I'd like to disagree, esteemed Acharya ji. Just like knowing is a must to validate the existence, so too not knowing is essential to validate non-existence. Someone should say, I do not see anything there, therefore there is nothing. No existence can validate itself.
Acharya ji, in sleep there is nothing.
Bhavati, but you know that there is nothing in sleep. Therefore, there must be a witness to that nothingness of the sleep.
Not necessary, Acharya ji, because the witness will arise when the person wakes up.
Bhagavati, you cannot establish the nothingness of the sleep state without a corresponding nothingness, a witness of that nothingness. Similarly, you cannot establish the nothingness of prior to. Similarly, you cannot establish the nothingness of prior to creation state without a corresponding witness to that nothingness. Without a Sakshi, witness, nothingness can never be validated. Therefore, your Vada is not valid.
Thus, the Vaisheshika's argument that name and form alone is real, and the Shunyavadi's argument that everything is shunyam or set aside. Next, oh friends, look who's coming. I cannot believe my eyes. We are graced by the august presence of none other than the great Mimamsaka, Mandana Mishra. He's quite a sight, isn't he? In the Tamil version of Shankara Vijayam, it is said that Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, when Bhagavan Dakshinamurti took avatara as Shankara, Brahmaji also came along with him as Mandana Mishra. Vedic words and meanings are sacrosanct for Karma Mimamsakas. They are ritualists because ritual has its basis in a statement which has words. Their contention is Vedic statements are revealed, not human, so there cannot be any blemish in those statements. So where does Shabda Shakti, the power of words, lie? And what do they communicate? We need to be enlightened on that topic by the scholarly panel. The debate about Shabda Shakti that is to follow will indeed be informative. The Vaisheshikas begin.
Word has Shakti in the object. Word cow gives the meaning of a particular object called cow.
sometimes a general species also. Really speaking, Shabda Shakti, the power of words, lies in Vastu Sahita Akriti, the object having that general characteristic of a species. The power of the word cow lies in its association with the quality of cowness.
Honored Acharyas, in the sentence, Asadeva idamagra asid, does Asat have Shakti? Asat means non-existence. There is no object or species called non-existence, because without an object there cannot be a species. Therefore, the word Asat and the sentence Asadeva idamagra asid do not communicate any sense. So, this part of the Veda Vakya becomes apramana. It does not help you to know. When a sentence becomes apramana, the whole Vedas will become apramana too. So the word asat is a problem. It cannot be nothingness.
That cannot be so, because it is a Vedic word. There cannot be any blemish in the words of the Vedas. However, you say in the statement, Asat ekam eva advitiyam. The word Asat cannot communicate any meaning. Therefore, the meaning of the word and hence the sentence is not possible. If the word and the sentence fail to communicate a meaning, then the particular statement of the Veda becomes aprama, which is, it is not useful to communicate anything. That we disagree with you. It is not that. How are you going to handle the situation? By giving the meaning of non-existence to Asat.
Bhagavan, naisha doshaha. This is not a problem at all. The Vakya does communicate a meaning. If you take the word Asat separately, it fails to communicate anything, because there is no object or species called non-existence. Instead, look at it this way. The meaning indicated by the sentence Asat ekameva somya idamagra asid, there was only existence absolute, one without the second, before creation, is not valid. In the word asat, a means na. Now look at it again as sad ekameva somya idamagra asid iti na. There was only existence absolute, one without the second, before the creation, no. Thus, the right meaning is conveyed.
Oh, well said, well said. Thank you, Acharya.
The conclusion, Asat alone was there before creation, was taken up and negated. So, Mimamsaka's Shabda Shakti and Vakya Pramana issue has been taken care of. Now, Shunyavadis initiate focus on Shunyam, non-existence. They say everything is born out of Shunyam. How could everything be Shunyam before creation? And how can Sat take birth from Asat? How can anything arise from nothingness? Therefore, nothingness cannot be the cause of this universe. Shunyavadi Acharya initiates the Vada.
From Shunyam, Sat is born. The Jagat that is before you originated from Shunyam. Shunyam is the absolute absence of all.
Acharya ji, if you say Jagat originated from nothingness, then allow me to demonstrate. Look at this. Now, part is, and before it began its existence, part is not. This is non-existence of part. From non-existence, existence has come. From Asat, Sat has come. Therefore, your theory that Sat originated from non-existence is not acceptable.
No, Acharya ji, before the birth of part, clearly is.
Advaita Acharya and Vaisheshika Acharya are incorrect. Pot is not there before its birth, and now also it is not there.
Bhavati, when you said pot is, can you tell us what is the praman there?
The Pramana is the witness.
Acharya Shunyavadi, you say before creation there was Shunyam. How is that Shunyam established? Who is the witness of that Shunyam? If there is a witness, then it cannot be Sarva Shunyam. Therefore, absolute absence of all leading to absolute nothingness is not acceptable.
Let me clarify our stand, Acharya-ji. We clearly see the emergence of something which is from nothingness. For example, a sprout emerges after the seed disintegrates or vanishes. Sprout arises from the absence of seed. Therefore, absence is the cause.
If you say that, then you are going against